My name is Faye, and I am delighted that you are joining me today at Ozark Research Institute. It's in April of 2021 as you're listening to this. Now, I'm recording it on a cold and dreary day in February, so have been sitting by the fire today, and I'll share my fire with you before the evening's over. But what I want to talk with you about today is I'd like to share a process that I call the art of being, and I'll tell you about it, a little bit about my background and how I came to this understanding and using this process, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So sit back and relax, and thank you so much for being a part of the ORI conference with us. So first, I'd like to offer a view for your consideration, and that is that you are a powerful energy being. Your love and your energy is powerful and can make a difference. So now to give you a little background on my experience with this energy that is unseen and moves in all things. I first learned of this so-called subtle energy when I attended a Reiki class in the fall of 2000. I really had no idea what I was getting into. I had just visited Cherokee Herb Shop looking for carrot oil and came out with a flyer for a Reiki class instead of the oil. And interesting enough that I wound up in the class, but I was pretty skeptical. I enjoyed the class and I found the people to be delightful and did not believe many of the things I heard in it. I was amazed to find that this energy made a difference in my body. That night, my cold hands and feet disappeared. They had been cold all of my life, all of the time, winter and summer, until then. Knowing that this subtle energy made a difference and not understanding anything about it, I delved into finding out more. Over the next several years, I was certified as a level 3 Reiki practitioner, a quantum touch practitioner, a golden grid energy practitioner, a lymphatic drainage therapist, as well as an emotional release practitioner. In August of 2001, on my first trip to Sedona, I bought a pendulum and started asking simple yes and no questions with it. Early the following year, I met Raymond Grace and learned that this was called dowsing. I traveled with Raymond from 2002 until a few years back and learned a lot about dowsing from him and those he introduced me to in our travels. We shared a lot of information, and I am grateful for his work and his knowledge about focusing the mind and using it to improve your life. You must be able to control your thoughts to get them working for you. I shared with him the belief that we can use airwaves to energize things and talked him into doing his first video. We made 50 copies and then sent them out to dowsers to test to see if they actually energized water. And the report back was yes, they did. So we created more, and he started selling them. My search for why this energy works and what it is led me to work by Valerie Hunt, who was a research professor at UCLA. And I soon realized that everything is vibration, and all healing is done with sound. When you have vibration, you always have sound. Even if it is at a frequency either above or below what our ears are capable of hearing, it's still sound, it's still there. Everything in the universe is energy. Material objects are made of microscopic particles vibrating at such fast rates that they appear solid, yet they are only vibration, as are you. You are a powerful being, so put out a good vibration. Love is that good vibration. And here, I'm not talking about the emotion of love that we feel for others and that we celebrate on Valentine's Day. It's the creative energy that you are, the life force energy within you. And there is really nothing to do, nothing to become, nothing to change into. There is only to be. Be the perfect love that you already are. You may just not believe it, but you are. already that love. You already have complete health within you. And when you just totally relax and be still, your body, mind, and spirit go to work to bring that forth. So listen to gongs or to music that just makes your heart soar. Relax and bring forth the perfect being of love that resides within each of us, all of us. It can be just that easy. Good vibrations help to bubble the issues right out of your tissues so the real you can shine forth in love. Vibration and consciousness are not the same thing, yet they do go hand in hand. You cannot raise your vibration without raising consciousness. And when you raise your consciousness, you also raise your vibration. So get in some good vibrations and enjoy life. Give those around you the gift of your highest vibration, and it will be the greatest gift you can give just by being the love that you already are. Love is one of the highest vibrations available to us here on planet Earth. Sound is created by vibration, and everything vibrates. So everything creates sound. I believe this subtle energy or love is actually a very high vibration or very high frequency sound, one that our ears do not hear because it's too high. Yet one our body reacts to, and when it is in a high vibration, our body moves to a place of balance and harmony that can cause healing to take place. The body heals itself when we give it the right vibration. Others can help change your vibration, help adjust your vibration, but healing all takes place within you, within your body, and everyone can do it. While traveling with Raymond, I met Martha Moore Stevens. She's the one that I got the phrase about the issues in your tissues from. And I talked with her a great deal about the power of love. Martha knew what love was. She talked about it. She expressed it. She was it. Now, Raymond was not much of a fan of love at that time. I remember on the way home from a trip to Florida for one of his classes, we were looking at putting all the things on his checklist into if-then statements for Grandmaster David. And it was after a number of things seemed much easier to just ask if they were on the frequency of love, and if not, adjust them to love, that Raymond shared with me that on the way home from our first trip together, when I had first heard him teach his class and speak at a conference, he asked what I thought about his teachings, and I had expressed then that I believed we could just take all that was not on the frequency of love and adjust it to love and be done with it and go play. He did not agree with me, and so I just laughed and said, just stick with me and I'll turn you into a love child and a Jesus freak, because both of those have gotten a bad rap and are misunderstood and abused today. You'll find that he now talks a lot about love too. He has come to understand the importance of having love in every cell of our bodies. I had learned in Quantum Touch that we all have that vibration of love within us. It is this energy that moves in all things and responds to our thoughts and intentions that Raymond teaches people about. I have learned over the years that love is the energy of the Sacred Heart, and it is much more powerful than the mind energy we work with when we learn to control our thoughts and focus on the things we want rather than the things we do not want. Love automatically flows when you are in your heart energy. You do not have to direct it with dowsing or with thoughts. If you are in your heart energy and simply place your attention upon something, it responds. Things respond to your gaze if you look upon it, to your thoughts if you think about it, and to your feelings if you touch and feel it. It is your attention that directs your love, and love encompasses all things, all energies. It knows all things. So you don't have to tell it what to do. Simply share it. It knows, and the love within the person receiving it knows what to do with it if you simply share it. It really is that simple. I knew this and read in a book series called The Ringing Cedars of Russia that when mankind learned to focus their attention, they could heal themselves completely. So life rocked along, and one day I injured a muscle in my upper arm, and I was busy and didn't stop to do anything about it to take care of it for a bit. And I re-injured it a couple of days later, and eventually it began really hurting, and so I asked Raymond to work on it, and he did, and it helped. Quite a lot initially, and some for a few days, and then it was back. So I went for acupuncture, and it helped some for a few days also. Then after a few months with Raymond and other friends doing energy work on it, and it getting worse overall instead of better, I went to a chiropractor. He told me my shoulder was frozen, but that we would eventually be able to free it without surgery if I would just be patient and hang with him. I was taking care of my elderly parents 24/7 when this was going on, and I found it difficult to get my siblings to stay with them long enough for me to go on a regular basis to the chiropractor. And so the arm and shoulder kept getting worse. One morning I woke up and I could not lift my right hand above my waist at all. I couldn't move it back beyond the center point in my body. I couldn't go backwards with it at all. And I was in constant pain just radiating all the way down to my fingertips. Pretty severe. So after getting breakfast from my parents and getting them settled in their recliners, I went to my bedroom and worked on the shoulder with my attention. And 45 minutes later, I had almost full range of motion and no pain at all in this right shoulder. What did I do? I simply did what I called being with my shoulder. And you can do this too. So from a shoulder I could not move more than this, I went to a completely healed shoulder with no pain, full range of motion. I could lift it high, move it in all directions. But when I put my hand behind my back, I could only reach up about 2 inches. Normally from my waist I can go up about 4 inches, but I could only reach up about 2. I had no pain, and it wasn't that it was painful if I tried to raise it in the back. It just wouldn't go there. And I was okay with that because the pain was gone. I had full range of motion almost, and I was happy. A few months later, I hurt my back, and the first thing my mind thought was go to a chiropractor, and I did. A few days later, though, I was in severe pain again, and that time I decided I would just do my attention thing and heal it myself. And so I spent time, just about 20 minutes, with my entire attention focused on my spine. And then something moved, and once it moved, the pain was gone and my back was fine. And it stayed that way. So after my father's death in 2014, as I started traveling more, I shared this process called the Art of Being, or that I call the Art of Being, at a couple of group gatherings, and people had amazing results. One lady had an appointment already with a surgeon because of foot pain she had been experiencing for years and had finally decided to have surgery. So she had an appointment set to, upon her return from this gathering, to have her pre-op and set the date for surgery. But after her spending 30 minutes with her attention focused on her foot, all pain and discomfort were gone. And she called me after she returned home to say that it was still good and she had canceled the appointment because she no longer needed surgery, that her foot was fine. She could walk, she could run, she could do everything she wanted to do. Others there were also able to heal pain that they were feeling, and I did nothing for them. I simply shared the steps I took, gave them time to practice, then answered their questions. Now, I did play gongs for them while they were practicing because the gongs help to still the mind and help you to focus your attention as well. All of that class takes about an hour of time to go through everything and explain, how to do that, how to focus your attention. And you can do it on your own. You can work with it. Or I do offer a workshop. I did a workshop in Sedona in 2017. I was playing gongs there and added the workshop to the gongs and shared this information at a couple of other conferences since then. And people have wonderful results when they learn to do this and start doing it themselves. If you're interested in more about it, you can find out more information on my website, which is tsvibrations.com, and I will put that up at the end of my presentation on the screen so you can get it from there. I have learned that we all have such amazing power within us. The only thing that stops people from successfully working with this power is a lack of belief in themselves and in this subtle energy that moves in us and in all things. It is this subtle energy, this vibration, that responds to intention, thought, dowsing, and all other things. You can work directly with your attention, your love, and accomplish amazing things. All you need is a little information and a little practice. You are already love. That's why I call it the art of being. There is nothing to do, really. There is only to be. Because it is all the things that you do, like thinking negative thoughts, having negative beliefs, taking negative actions, that prevent you from being all that you already are. Each of you are filled with this love or life force energy, and it is yours to use. If you can sit and focus your attention, you have all the power to heal your body within you right now. Our biggest enemy is our mind. It can be our greatest ally, but it most of the time is our biggest enemy. The mind and its fear and negative beliefs and thoughts are what create all the chaos in our lives. All our painful emotions are created in the mind. It is designed to be the imaging device, to image the desires of the heart, and by creating that image, put all energy in motion to create what it sees for us to experience in our lives. All possibilities exist. It is the one we give the most energy to that materializes in our lives. And fear is a powerful energy. So often what is created is that which is feared. The heart is designed to be the command center. By being in that space of love and having a pure desire, it signals the brain to create the vibration that will fulfill that desire and bring it to you. Because of many of our thoughts are wasted on the things we do not desire, we create a lot we really would rather not have in our life. But when you can be present in the moment, you can experience that pure love energy and all the joy it brings to you. And the magnetic energy of the heart is said by many to be more than 800 times more powerful than the mind energy. Douse this, and I think you will find it is even more powerful than that. And there is an energy that is infinitely more powerful than the heart. In my class, I teach you how to move into the heart energy, then move to use this much greater energy. It's easy and it's simple to do also. So remember, you are love. It is what you are created of. It vibrates within your heart all the time. All you have to do is be with it, and it will grow until you have mastered the art of being.